worry about it.
It's getting hot in here.
Alright.
So take off all your clothes.
Your clone.
Anyway.
Yes.
So last time, you were all...
Are we live?
Yes.
Oh, yay.
You were all, kidnapped from your lives, your various... whatever you were doing at the time. Some of you put up a fight, and some didn't really. I think only Lilith didn't get a chance to because she was sleepy. And you all woke up in an unfamiliar tent. You all started to get to know each other a bit and trying to figure out where you were. Lilith fed everyone cookies. You met archfey by the name of Aurelius and another man named Xander. Then you all decided you all needed a drink, rightfully so, and went to the camp mess tent for some food and a drink. Corian played an uplifting ballad. He started to discuss with the information that you were given about what exactly had happened to you and what was going on. To do with the cult and the information that he had. And when it was discussed that you wanted to, ideally trying to rebind the chains to get rid of the marks on your arms, Lilith offered to contact her husband, apparently as a powerful mage, about gaining his assistance in rebinding the chains. And yeah, so we'll pick up, and I was after, I believe it was like around the time or after Corian decided to go back to the tent. We'll start with Lilith and what message you want to send.
I have the message right here. I've had an hour to perfect it. 25 words. Alright, here we go. Ready?
Yep.
Here's the message. And she's going to be speaking this to basically her ring. Alright. Found out what happened. Captured in sleep, branded by a lich, Mark is seeping life from us. Chains need to be unbroken. I need help. That is exactly 25.
Yep. It takes a moment before his voice comes through, and only Lilith hears this. He says, Brands?
Mm-hmm.
I may be able to help, but I need more information about this lich.
Noted. Okay.
His power levels, etc.
She claps her hands together like, okay, he's willing to help. However, he needs to know a bit more about this lich in order to help.
Well, at least we got somebody on side now, so that's great. What do we need to know about the Lich in order to, for him to help us?
I'm looking back in our past. You were abducted unknown. You should seem to be using cultist ritual designed to summon a lich. It appears to be a lich is contained. He is split into 7 pieces contained by magical chains. They have broken 2 so far, and they wanted to release it. His name is, I have no idea how to say this, so it's Vexir.
It's Fexir, Fexir.
Alright.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Say that again.
Fexir. Just starts with an F.
Fexir. So how do you pronounce that?
Fexir. Just an F sound instead of a V sound.
Oh, okay.
F as in Foxtrot.
Sphere.
Yeah, there you go. You send it. Do you send a message back, Lois?
Yes, I'm working on it.
No problem. You can approximate too, or count on your fingers.
All right, 21 words. This will work. 7 chains making his phylactery. Some have been broken. His name is Vexier. Seems like a real nasty piece of work.
Actually, hold on. I need to. What is it? Sorry, I should realize I opened something else.
Oh, it's probably necromancers. Descript to be tangled monster things. Sound familiar to them.
I think he says, I'm not familiar with this lich, but 7 chains? Sounds powerful. If I'm to help, I need more power to be able to challenge that power. You understand that, right? And I'm going to need your help.
Is she still near us?
It's all in her head. It's basically the sending spell. It's just using the ring as a conduit.
Oh, in her head. Okay.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'd tell her. Otherwise, I would tell her that my god's willing to help. As far as my understanding.
I mean, you still can.
Instead of sending the next word being like actual words, Lilith is just going to sigh very deeply into the ring.
Same.
No, you don't receive a response, but you get the feeling that it was sent.
And she will send one more message. What do you need me to do?
There's a pause, and then you hear back, all I need is for you to place your hand on powerful objects or even creatures, whichever, and I'll do the rest. Through you.
Oh, wonderful! Great! Excellent! I'm thrilled. Okay.
Was that the response?
We're listening to this.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm sitting there.
Yeah, y'all just hear her just.
You hear
gritting through
one
her
side of the
teeth,
conversation.
Great! Wonderful! Splendid!
I can see how wondered you're basically are.
This is it's the only way I can help. That's all
Fine.
he says back.
Fine.
You agree?
But I'm not happy.
You agree? So you agree? That's not
Yeah.
a response. That's DM.
Yes.
I say fine, but I'm not happy about it. Suddenly, starting from the ring on your finger, these kind of green lines of they're kind of glowing of power, kind of begin to trace up your hand and up your arm, up your shoulder, across your chest, and up to the left side of your face, about your temple. They're kind of like, very obviously to anyone with any arcane knowledge, some sort of lines of power. It kind of spreading, kind of like lightning. It's like a green color. It kind of glows slightly on your skin before it fades back to like a forest green color, kind of like a tattoo. And he just says, "There, now he can help."
Okay. She just.
So you guys just see this light kind of tracing across the skin, like you would see it up, I guess, starting in her hand, then suddenly kind of emerges over kind of around the collarbone, and then comes back and it starts tracing up her neck, up the side of her face. But that's all you guys see, and you just heard her side of the conversation. Anyone proficient in Arcana can make an Arcana check, other than Corian because you're not there.
I will try.
Good. I'd say if you're not proficient, you can make an Arcana check, but it'd be a disadvantage.
I'm willing to
Shoot,
try.
sorry, it wrote twice.
Did it go through?
You can make one a disadvantage.
Yeah, if you're not proficient.
Sorry about that.
Okay, so you got
The first one is
21.
the one I rolled.
Okay, so 6 for Irene,
Oh,
21 for Seraphina.
Do not.
I'd say,
19 was so good, but I
Lilith, you
rolled
can
6.
make an Arcana check as well, just straight.
Okay.
Just because it's happening to you.
That's a 2. Sorry, that's a 5. She does.
I thought I threw her.
If you hold Control in D&D Beyond and click, it'll do disadvantage. If you hold Shift, it'll do advantage.
Oh,
I
that's
was
great.
wondering what button that did.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's a 13, and I think you're... Are you proficient, Doma, or no?
I am not. I'm trying to figure
Okay,
out
there
how
you
to
go.
do disadvantage while
That's
also
okay.
making it go through beyond 20.
It's okay. Yeah, in D&D Beyond, if you hold Control and then click, it'll be disadvantage. You hold Shift, it's advantage.
That's so cool.
And I got Irene, I'll say yours was the 6 and the 19, because you did roll twice at least.
God, why did it roll 3?
I'm sorry, I just wanted to try it out with the control.
No
I
problem.
thought it was cool.
No problem. I'm not sure. That's weird. Anyway, I'll say Irene, Lilith, and I'll say Doma. You're well, actually,
I'm lost.
I'll say the 13 and the 12 are your rolls. So I'll say Irene and Lilith. Not a clue what just happened.
Definitely not.
Doma, I'll say it seems kind of familiar to things you've seen third hand, but you can't put your finger on it. And Seraphina, I will say with a 21 that that the way it traced from the ring all the way up to the temple, that is a powerful magical connection between Lilith and some other being that power can be transferred through. And it's some sort of pact. That's what you know, Seraphina. You can share or not.
How do you use it? Oh no, I used a first level spell set.
Concentrating. Through.
Testing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if my pixel chat link is working.
So yes, I will. I will share it with them and be like, well, apparently he's either sharing power or he is taking power. One of the two.
If I refresh it, that's probably not a good idea.
I gave you anyone nervous.
Just now?
Yep.
Thank you.
Not to worry, dears. He thinks he's in control, but we all know who wears the relationship. Anyway.
I can see, yeah.
Oh, I need
We
to
should
give
be
you
fine.
something, or add something to your sheet, Lilith.
Oh boy. More stuff to my sheet. I'm not afraid at all.
You should be.
There it goes.
Where is it?
You should just have like 3 or 4 separate links just prepared for me. Because my computer like shuts down as shit.
Yeah.
My door.
What did I call it? Oh,
My door.
there you go.
Go on.
You just refresh your sheet and you'll be able to see it. It should give you a new action as well.
loading. Features and traits, I'm going to guess. Let me see.
Yeah.
I see. Holy crap. Okay.
I love your stack cards.
All right. Thank
Oh
you.
my goodness.
Alrighty.
Yeah. So, after that happened and what Seraphina said, and Lilith, what would you guys like to do?
First time I look at Lilith and go, "Are you okay?"
Question, DM. Does it hurt? Did it hurt
No,
when
it
this happened?
Didn't hurt.
Tingly?
Me, a little
Anything?
tingly because magic.
Well, my face itches a bit, but I think I'm fine. I'm sure it's, She sort of looks at the lines going from, like, her arm to, like, her face. She's touching her cheek, and she's thinking, like, I've had rashes worse. This is fine. What matters is we get this taken care of as soon as possible. Well, first we have to sort of buck up and get stronger, but I'm sure we can deal with this. Just when I thought I was about to get a vacation too.
Well, I think what we were planning to do was go to my order, which is in Aberus.
Yep.
Trying to remember where that is.
Shelly.
It's in Shellian.
Shelly.
I can never say it right.
Don't worry, not many people can.
It's
It's the Middle Kingdom.
in Shellian.
Ah, this one. Okay, I see.
Right
And
here.
where are we right now?
You're
I'm
up
guessing
here.
right here.
You're up here, yeah.
Okay. Goodness, that is quite the walk.
Well, you guys all know about portals and certain major cities being connected by them. It's a natural fact of Atemnity.
Okay.
Or that certain people, certain power can create them. But yeah.
Well, we need
Okay.
permission for the Queen to go on the chain, and the only way to get the permission is to go see Adelaide, which is the what is she exactly?
Leader of your order?
Leader of the order. Okay.
Boss?
Trying to think of a good word for it, you know?
All right. That shouldn't be too hard.
Compared to what's on the list, I think it's pretty doable.
Where are we exactly? Like right now?
On the map, it's the little
We're over
red,
there.
little red "You Are Here" icon.
My goodness, and we have to go all the way, if I'm not mistaken, over here.
You're not far from a major city.
Yeah, we can teleport from there, hopefully.
Portal.
Going to have to. That's quite a walk.
So what would you guys like to do
Yeah.
right now?
Oh,
What's
I do have to
closest
stop
city?
by the library first because I was sent to what was the place I was sent to Lou something.
Lacusa, which is down here. Which is also
I
a city.
do need to stop by there. I was supposed to get some books, and I don't think I'm supposed to return without them.
Well, we could,
I'm not
I
certain.
suppose, teleport to Lacusa, then make our way up to Aberuthi from there? Maybe?
Yeah, that
Yeah, I'm
sounds like
sorry
a
about
plan.
that. I meant to mention that I was on a mission.
Aren't we all?
Yeah, we are.
When did we leave?
Wow. What time is it?
I'd say it's like actually a little after noon. So yes, Corian went to sleep a little
Afternoon.
early, but you know, you've been through a lot.
Corian just left, is what Corian did. You did
Valid.
not say I went to sleep yet.
You did.
But I was going to my room.
Valid.
Have we noticed that he's left the party?
Oh yeah, he like
Oh
announced
yeah,
it.
I announced it.
Oh, you announced it. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Only
But-
noon.
A little afternoon. It's like 2 o'clock.
Okay.
What do you- Going to Evergale?
Everagil. Well, there's a few cities in Everagil. But
Everagile.
yeah.
Sorry,
Vree is probably.
I'm kind of separating it a bit, and I see Evergale, but that's okay. Everad.
closest.
Yeah.
The
I'm
closest.
getting there. Yes.
The closest city with a portal house anyone would know is Vree, which is the capital.
Free. Okay.
Okay.
Where's
Brie,
that? We're like
like
close.
cheese? I like cheese.
Vree.
Free or
VRI.
so
Oh,
it's V?
I thought you meant brie, like the cheese.
No.
Oh, I love free.
I don't.
Anyway.
I would like
That's
brie
insulting.
if it didn't have the moldy skin on the outside.
Anyway.
Sorry.
So.
Yeah, we're right next to it. Like, we're. How many miles would it be from where we are to Bree?
A couple days walk, I think.
Ah.
I-
So, should we stay the night here and take off in the morning, or?
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, I think that's a good plan. Because I'm still really, really damn tired. I was gonna take a power nap anyway, so I'm just gonna sleep through the night, I think.
Fine. We can all take I guess that room that we were in, I guess we can go back to it.
Okay. So as you guys all kind of finish up whatever food and drink you hadn't finished and start making your way back, we'll jump over to Corian. I'll say as you're going back to the tent, I assume, correct?
So I guess so.
Yes.
Unless there's something of interest that catches my eye.
Make a perception check.
That's what I was hoping to hear. Perception. Can I roll in D&D Beyond and it'll translate over to a roll 20
Mhm.
or?
Make sure you're
And if
clicking
I
the
hit-
red D20 icon. But yes.
Woo. Did that go through? I definitely don't see shit.
No, you're kind of like looking around, maybe humming a tune. Don't really see anything. You see a bunch of people you don't know wandering about.
As I look around, I'm just gonna kind of say, it's not surprising that a place as meager as this wouldn't be very interesting. Then I'm gonna go back to my room.
Date?
So as you kind of push aside the entrance to the tent and walk in, you see Xander standing there, just sitting at one of the tables at the far end.
Yeah, remind me his title again.
Son
Son of Harmony.
yeah.
Yes. Son of Harmony. I kind of sort of bow to him.
He kind of closes his eyes and said, "And that is what I wanted to speak to you about."
You see, I've been drinking a little. I'm not quite sure I'm the best state of mind to have an extended conversation.
Oh, this will be brief.
What type of vibe am I getting here right now?
Make an insight
Feels
check.
like a you done goofed kind of vibe.
You get the vibe that he's, I'd say, what's the word for it? He's serious that it's gonna be brief, and also that tinge of kind of annoyance, and he's got something to say, basically.
So I'm just like, Very well, very well. But before we start, might I add, you look mighty wonderful today.
No reaction. Just stoned faced.
I don't even get a persuasion check. Damn it.
Nope. Not on him. He just
See no reaction. I would just kind of like almost like skittishly pull the closest seat next to him back and sit down, kind of set my bag on the side and be like, go on then.
he just said, I just wanted to come and make something clear to you. Just staring right at you like piercing blue eyes, by the way. My young
eyes.
friend, it kind of emphasizes the young. I know where you heard the title you used, and I know where you come from. And I am asking you nicely, this time, do not throw that title around so blithely. You know not what forces you deal with.
As you wish.
You can call me Xander, Professor Hermoa, whatever. Just...
I think I will opt for Xander.
perfectly acceptable. And he just stands, kind of gives a nod and says, well, I suppose, have fun? The most awkward have fun you've ever heard in your life. And just, yeah, goes to...
If I'm...
Go ahead.
Yeah, if I may inquire, could you expand as to why you seem so... Perhaps ashamed isn't the right word, but another word escapes me in this moment, to hear such a title.
It's not ashamed for certain. It is... There is... There is a certain level of danger connected to that depending on who hears it, who knows it. And then he kind of looks like deep into your eyes again and says, I sense her within you and I know what you are.
He just kind of like leaned back a little nervously and kind of just responds with, I would expect nonetheless from such an astute individual.
You've no idea. And he just turns and leaves.
Yeah, I was gonna say carry on then as he goes, carry on then.
Basically. But yeah, well, what were you gonna do when he came back? Now that that's over.
Also, side note, apparently I have a passive insight of 18.
Valid.
Just wanted to add that.
Good to know.
So as I kind of sort of, after this conversation, I just sit there a moment, kind of look around my surroundings, just seeing if anything particular seems to stand out. You know, I think out of curiosity, I'm looking to see if I sense any arcane energies, any magical items or devices, and just kind of trying to get at least minimally a sense of like what this place is.
You can make an Arcana check for sure.
Yay.
I will say actually Arcana and a History check. Two separate
Both?
checks. Yeah, both.
Oh, okay. I mean, what is this bullshit?
Different reasons.
Oh.
At the moment, magically, you're not really sensing much at the moment. Particularly in this particular location, but in generally just a conversation maybe shook you a little bit, I don't know. Historically, you would know that, because most people do that, Everagil is a kingdom that is in particular the forested region, but still the desert region, but particularly the forested region that you're in has a very it's an even stronger connection to the Feywild than any other kingdom. Like, the portals to the Feywild open and close there much more frequently. Like, portals
Like,
across
wrote this
Atemnity, different realms, are fairly common, but
Yes.
the Feywild in particular, Everagil, it's just a little more concentrated. Like, it's easy to just wander into one. Or out of.
Okay, and kind of taking in the environment and noting that, I'm gonna go over to my bed and I'm gonna just pull out a sort of small journal, if I may, with a writing utensil, and I'm gonna just sit there and I'm gonna just kind of also have my flute laying next to me, and I'm gonna just kind of compose, a ballad of sorts or something, almost like I'm just sitting there thinking and kind of just writing this down, trying to get some of my thoughts and emotions out.
Alright. So, say as you're doing that, and I don't know how far in the process you get based on the conversation and like the time you've been gone, but at some point, I'd say you probably hear the sound of footsteps, and shortly after the tent flap opening, and your new companions walk in, and you see Corian just writing something.
I'll like kind of sort of hear them walk in and then kind of look up and be like, I see you folks had enough of the joviality of the tavern, if you can even call it that.
More
Well,
pretend
technically, it's too late. Technically, it's too late to go traveling at the moment, and we're gonna have to head to the main capital to get what was it called, Louisa?
Lucusa. Re to Lucusa.
The main capital, and how long of a journey are we looking at? I'll just kind of sort of inquire.
3 days.
2-3 days, yeah.
And I presume we're not doing this on foot.
What's wrong with your feet?
Oh, okay. And he's just lets out a sigh. He's like, is it possible we could get a preferred method of travel? I would even take the most decrepit steed if you could even find something like that around here.
We could all get donkeys. Donkeys are quite affordable and quite nice.
That is an option. At least it would give me a place to put my items.
Is there anybody else around the area?
I mean, you're all in a tent, so at the moment you don't know. You can look outside, though.
Alright, I'll look outside to see if I can track someone down.
I'd say you can see 50 feet away, or 40 to 50 feet away, you see a couple of people you assume are called Watchers, based on the previous conversation, talking about something that you can't hear because you're too far away.
Well, can I... Are they both men?
We'll say one's masculine appearance and one's feminine appearance.
Excuse me.
They kind of look up and look over and go, yes.
Do you know where we can maybe procure a cart and either some donkeys or maybe 2 horses?
Well, we have a couple carts and horses for transport back to our headquarters, I guess you could call it, but nothing spare.
Well, looks like we'll just have to tough it out for a couple days until we get to the city.
Do I kind of like see her exit?
Oh,
And can I hear this?
easily enough. Like, they're not being quiet about it.
Oh no,
Okay,
I'm not being quiet at all.
I'm like kind of like hearing that. I'm gonna come out and I'm a stand next to her, and I'd be like, "Did you say there are no available steeds of sorts, or could you provide me a bit clarity?"
They're kind of the carts and steeds that we use to transport the equipment to this site. We kind of need them to get back.
Well, I assure
where
you,
we
we
come
will
from.
return it in due time. You think you could go without for, say, 2 days or so? 3 days? Perhaps a week?
No, because I believe we'll be wrapping up by then.
And what exactly are you wrapping up?
The investigation here, we discovered what we can from this particular site.
Well, I must say, you folks are quite resourceful. You're saying you'd be unable to acquire another within the time of now and when you wrap up your investigation?
That's what I'm saying, yes. And
I'm
you just
so
see this
highly-
guy kind of fold his arms across his chest and go, "Oh, are you afraid your delicate feet are gonna get calluses?"
Why, yes, you can't blame a man for worrying about his feet. These feet carry a great many things, and I've been walking a great many miles as is. So yes, I am worried about my delicate feet, as you put it.
I'm
Getting
sure you'll be
calloused.
fine. And they just
Why-
turn around and walk away.
You're just not giving me anything! This is bullshit!
You need to work on your
just
social
Well, they're
skills,
hard
okay?
workers. They don't deal with this shit.
I'm not even getting the chance to roll on anything here. It's just like, nope! I'm like, fine.
Nope.
Like, I would just like,
I'm
I would
so
just whip
amused.
around and like just kind of like, you know, take as I whip around, you'll kind of hear my cloaks kind of like snap, like a subtle snap on the wind. I'm like, why, I never.
I'm so amused.
That's hilarious.
I imagine
I'm really sorry
Serafin
for your
is
social
probably
skills.
giggling, not actually giggling.
I'm just so glad I was standing there the
definitely
whole
giggling.
time.
I mean, everyone probably heard it. They just didn't see it.
I walked back in with so much amusement.
I try to hold in my laugh.
I'm gonna just like go back in and I'm gonna just sit down and return to writing in my journal.
Valid. What else?
How
which
hard
one
would
is
it be
this-
to go off and find like a quill and ink of some kind?
I'd say there's probably a quill and ink in the tent somewhere. To be
Okay,
honest.
cool. I'm gonna say I like take out like some bar napkins from the tavern we were in,
Sure.
and I'm just gonna write a little note on there that says, "Please requisition 2 donkeys and a cart for this group of individuals here," and then I'm gonna sign it in Aurelius's name.
Yes.
Okay. I think
Ravenous?
you need to
Ravenous?
Aurelius. I'm gonna say you
Really?
need to make a sleight of hand check.
All right.
At disadvantage, you've never seen this man's writing in your life.
That's fair.
There.
Okay. Disadvantage. Roll.
So this is the captain,
why
right?
is it-
That he.
Did I
That
just see a
didn't.
35?
That didn't do that, right?
No, that did not.
It came through on the
I think
D&D thing, or D&D Beyond.
What was your roll at disadvantage?
Double 14s, 21 total.
Okay, so it's just adding it together. It's weird. So it's 7 and 14 either way, because you rolled the same number is.
21.
Oh yeah.
21.
Oh, because it is adding it up, right?
It's
Right. Alright, sorry, my bad. D&D Beyond's weird sometimes. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I could say you could get the, you think you got the general gist of the,
I just
of
used
what,
my best calligraphy
yeah,
and tried to make it look official.
yeah, you kind of get it, you kind of, write it in such a way that it looks like someone of his personality type might have written it. Alright, what would you like to do with that?
I'm gonna go looking for wherever the horses and carts and
Okay,
everything are stabled.
roll a investigation check. This is just basically how long it takes you to find it.
That's fine. Awful.
What are you doing?
He's going to go find wherever they keep the horses and stuff.
Would you like a
He takes
hand?
weeks.
I mean,
Who do you want to come with?
I can try.
Okay, Doma, you can roll again to make an advantage.
I can roll again.
Yeah, let's roll one more time.
One more time. Let's put that -1 investigation to work here.
Alright, it's a little better.
Better.
So Serafina
Yes,
and Doma leave to go find the horses and,
Hey, just because I'm a cleric doesn't mean I'm an angel.
Valid.
go and leave to find the horses and stuff. I'll say you guys are gone. I'll come back to you guys in a second. What will the rest of you be doing as they leave?
As soon as I see them leaving, I'm just gonna plop down on my bed, pull the covers over my head, and start dozing off.
All right.
Yeah.
So
Okay,
Irene's
yeah.
having a nap.
Lilith is also just going to sit down. She's probably going to. Would you say she could have some books with her, like in her backpack?
A couple, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, probably her husband's shitty poetry books.
Probably.
She's just gonna read one of those.
All right. Corian.
It's
Oh yeah,
just
you're still
chilling.
writing.
Still writing.
All right. So we'll say the two of you go out, and it's not the biggest of camps, but we'll say it takes you about 30 minutes to kind of like looking around and trying to find where they might keep the horses temporarily, and you do find them just on the edge of we'll say the north edge of the camp, just eating some grain or something. Couple of carts. I think the carts are kind of scattered about though, like they're still kind of in use, partially. But there's a couple of the spare horses are tied up, and another watcher is attending to them while also going through some sort of boxes.
I'm gonna look around, sort of like make sure that Rulius is not around.
Make a perception check.
Last thing we need is for him to show up.
Alright. I'd say at the moment he doesn't appear to be around.
Well,
I
I leave it
saw
to
him
you
on your
then.
way there, but
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure he wasn't following us, or, I kind of walk with purpose, like, just someone who just knows where they're going. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll just
That
walk
way I
up
don't make them
to.
nervous.
I'm just gonna walk up to somebody and just be like, "Hi," and I hand them my official note from Aurelius that I scrawled on a tavern napkin.
Make
And,
a deception check.
awesome.
Oh my god, why didn't you ask for paper?
25.
The watcher takes it and kind of looks at it and goes, strange, whatever. Well, just reading it goes, well, I can't offer you donkeys because we don't have them. We only have like, let's say they have 4 we only have about 4 horses, and we need a couple of. We can give you 2 horses, and the carts we're kind of still half using them here. But I can give you a couple horses.
Well, we really only need one to pull the cart.
We don't
So-
really have a spare cart, because he kind of points them out. There's one, like, 50 feet away and one nearby that, like, there's still stuff in the carts. Like, there's still, like, it's a makeshift camp. They have been, like, taking stuff out as they need it, or storing stuff there. So they're still being used.
I'm just gonna wave the napkin in his face and say it very specifically says a cart.
I understand that. I guess I need to talk to him, because I don't think we can. They're kind of being used.
I'm just the horse's man.
Actually, Doma, as you're saying this, I'll say you see a little half-elven boy with blonde, young half-elven boy, short, curly, messy blonde hair, kind of very chubby, round cheeks, and wearing kind of really brightly colored clothing, in like reds, blues, and greens. It kind of clashes a little bit, kind of wandering up. And he just says, "What's going on?"
Oh, we're just here on official Watcher business to get some horses
You
and a
just
cart.
you also see the Watcher's eyes kind of widen and dart between the boy and you.
Oh,
You
just
get the
lean
feeling-
I just lean over the boy because I'm like 6.5
Uh-huh.
feet tall, and I just shake his hand.
He kind of takes it and shakes it and goes, "Doma, right?"
Oh yeah, have we met?
You could say that. And you just see this twinkle in his eye that looks very familiar.
how did he know your name?
I don't know. I just assume everyone knows my name.
As you're saying that, you see this, just like a sparkle of arcane energy spiral around him, and in like a kind of poof, where once this little boy was standing, then there is Aurelius.
Oh, hi.
Oh, jeez.
What's gonna? So what is Whoa, changing voices here. What seems to be the problem?
Oh, we were just trying to get some horses and a cart.
Well, I assume that means you're leaving us.
By tomorrow, yes.
What can I do? I might be able to help
Technically, we just
you.
wanted to borrow and then have it sent back to you.
Who would you have send it back, though? Only
Gotta be someone in Vary that would take it back to you.
possible.
I was just gonna tell the horses to take it back. I mean, they can walk.
These animals are not that smart.
I look at him with such a look of, what?
I mean, I could always turn one of you into a animal. It would probably be permanent at the end of an hour, but you know.
I think it's going to take us 3 days to get to 3.
Well, that just sucks, doesn't it? Actually.
What kind of animal?
I look at Toma like, oh my god, really?
Or, you know, I could just open a portal for you. Magic them, you know.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Well, no, wait. I guess I can't
you don't
open
have to go back to the
portals.
city.
Oh, yes, you would. Sorry, I'm just thinking of my own lore here. Yeah, I could. That or I could persuade Xander too. I mean, I'm sure he wants to get you out of here as quickly as possible.
I mean, that would
Uptight.
be really helpful because I gotta tell you, I put a lot of effort into forging your signature here. And,
He kind of takes
if
it
you
and
could-
looks at it
if
and
you could
goes,
just do it
pretty
for
good.
us, that would
Smack
be helpful.
my head.
he goes, "Oh, it's pretty good. Not bad.
Thank you.
Never even seen it. Pretty close, you know." He tucks it away in his robe.
I figured you were the type of person who, you probably don't write shorthand a lot, so I did my best calligraphy.
I appreciate the effort. Now, when would you like to leave? Would you like to leave now, or... I mean, I could get you to any city on Atemnity. Technically.
Technically,
Wait.
we
Well,
need to go.
outside a handful of places that haven't been yet.
We do need to go to Lukusa?
Lukusa?
Lukusa. Oh my god. One of these days I'm gonna get it right.
I've been there. I don't think I've been there.
It's in
but I could get you to Vree at
It's in
least.
Sheldon.
Yeah, I don't think I've been
You
to
can
that.
get where?
I can get you to Vree at least. It's close, but I can get you there.
You can get us to Bree.
Yeah, I don't think I've been to Lukusa. I can't make a portal there. It's terribly
That's fine.
drab.
We could talk to the others first, make sure prepare them because we were thinking about staying the night. But if we can leave sooner than that, let's see what the others have to say.
Yeah. I do recall somebody saying something about this brand thingy was going to kill us, so sooner the better.
Yeah.
Yes, that
I
would
look at it.
be ideal. So yes,
What does it feel like?
It just feels like maybe a little rough. It feels like a hot iron basically branded your skin. To not go into too much detail.
Day old tattoo.
A little rougher, but yeah. A little bumpy. Yeah, just come see me in my tent when you're ready to leave. And he kind of points out this rather extravagant looking tent with like kind of tassels hanging off the peak of it.
Okay. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. He just nods and turns back into the little boy and runs off.
I love it.
Archface, man.
Well, that was pretty easy. Should we go tell the others?
Yes, that's we do.
Awesome.
So we'll say you can easy enough find your way back now that you've found your way over here to the tent, and in like 5 minutes you're walking into the tent.
As you kind of sort of walk into the tent, you'll kind of sort of see me kind of wrap up whatever I was writing and close my journal, and then kind of tuck it away as I kind of lay down onto my bed.
Well, the good news is we didn't get a horse and cart. Well, technically that's the bad news. Good news is that about two people here can open a portal.
Oh, thank the heavens!
And Mr. Aurelius agreed to send us all to Vree, and we can go pretty much whenever we want.
Well,
He's snoring from his wrong cord.
see me sit up, and I'd be like, "What are we waiting for? I'd much like to get rid of whatever the." And I kind of look at this brand on my left arm wrist, and I'm just like, "Whatever the hell this is."
I look at Irene and go like, Irene, tap, Irene.
You see my eyes peeking over the covers. What are you doing? I'm sleeping.
I know, sweetie, but it's time to go.
Okay, and I sit straight up and stand up immediately.
Hey, Lilith.
Power naps, Merc Werewolf Girls.
Are you still?
I will say Lilith is probably fast asleep, book still in hand.
Alright.
Sleep
You
gang.
guys look over and see Lilith, like, books, kind of like on her desk, laying there.
Lilith. I just did. Lilith.
Ugh.
Live
What?
sugar. It's time to go. One of the main guard can open a portal to Bree.
Oh.
I guess we can get a place there to stay for the night, or head on towards, if they know the portal to Lakuza. Haha! I finally got it.
I suppose that does make things
No.
easier. I was kind of looking forward to getting another nap in, though. And she just
Sorry.
rubs her eyes and slowly gets out of bed.
Sorry,
You can
guys.
hear her
Well,
all
at least we got
creaking
away. We could stay the night and Bree and
Please,
then head
please.
to.
Oh, yes, yes. Let's not stay the night here. I'd rather stay in, what was it, Free? Is that what it was called?
Bree,
then-
yeah, Bree. It's kind of like Bree, but it's Bree.
Right, and then you'll see me look around than this, rather than this god-awful place.
It's a bit
Hey, it
harsh,
could
but
be worse.
I
It
mean,
could
it's
be on the
there.
floor.
Our floors are great to sleep on, actually.
Yes, yes, if you say so.
Is that judgment?
No judgment from me. I am but a humble bard.
Are you sure? Sounds a little bit judgy.
I'll just like kind of
I
keep my
agree.
mouth shut from there.
He
Just
just
kind of
squints at you, looks at you, and then move past it.
Alright, so you guys find your stuff in the pile of stuff and pack up things and head towards Aurelius's tent following Doma and Serafina, I take it?
Yeah,
Guess
as,
so.
as everyone's packing up, I'm just gonna send a quick telepathic message to Aurelius and just be like, "Hey, buddy, we're on our way. We'll be there at your tent in a few."
I'm trying to remember how you do that. Is that from...
With the fingernail I slipped
right.
into his pocket.
Right. Okay, I think... I can't remember, can he respond to that?
Wait,
No.
Okay. So you guys head out and head towards this really kind of, for a tent, extravagant tent, got like little tassels on it and maybe like, I think it's probably blue and green versus just drab canvas colored, like beige,
He's glamping.
basically. And you kind of push in and you just find him kind of, what would he be doing? Laying out, well, no, he's probably just sitting at a table writing something or other. And at your entrance, he kind of spins around and goes, "Ah, I got your message. So you're ready to go now then?"
Why waste time?
Alright. He stands up, kind of cracks his fingers. Now, remember, when I do this, I only have about 6 seconds, so don't dawdle. And he's like, haven't done this magic in a bit. A little rusty, you know. Not
Are you
native
sure
at all.
this is gonna work?
Of course it does. I'm not native. It's took a little time to acclimate to it. So it's been a little
Okay,
bit.
so you're not gonna send us like spiraling through the astral sea or something?
I mean, only if you want to.
Please,
He
please,
grins.
please no.
Maybe when I have time.
I
And
think
he
that sounds
just,
pretty cool.
He kind of like stretches his hand out, kind of does like a wax off motion, and throws his hand out, and from his hand this like stream of arcane energy goes out and forms this like. Has everyone played World of Warcraft?
No.
It's like it's basically a round window of a portal, and it's got like, it looks like some sort of buildings from a
Think
city.
Doctor Strange right now.
Yeah, kinda, I guess, but it's like, it looks kind of like some are like tree type, like a city with buildings that are incorporated into the trees, sort of thing. And it's just after you, and and you can see like this very sparkly green dust falling off of it onto the ground.
I'ma just go right in. I ain't got
Yeah.
time for this.
All right. So
Yeah.
everyone just
Follow
goes in.
in.
Yeah, running,
Yeah.
running straight at it, jump, do my best cannonball through it.
I would do like a what's it called? A backflip straight into it.
All right. So as you guys step through the portal, like Corian, you be going right behind each other. So as you step through, can you make a dexterity saving throw as Doma is cannonballing and Irene is backflipping? I'm gonna say
Did that save?
yeah, dex save. And Irene, just make a quick acrobatics check to see how good your form is.
It's not that good, I think.
I don't know what these rolls are. I'm losing my mind here.
Just keep that for
11.
for later on, okay? That's not bad. I'll say, as you kind of step through the portal, you're like, just like deep breath of new city air, and as you do, I'll say, Irene kind of like flips into you, although it's kind of a little off kilter. Not quite as nice as you wanted it to, but you kind of backflip into it, and then Doma also like cannonballs on top of you and lands on you.
On top of me?
Oh yeah, on top of both of you. So Doma's on top of you both.
Gosh. I would just stumble back like, oh, oh, by the divine.
I'm so amused.
And the rest of you just kind of walk through into this scene, and you just, I'd say, Doma and Irene, you can see around the outskirts, like there's a bunch of other portals, but there's also a bunch of workers, or obvious people that work there, that are just staring at this scene. As you like disangle
look
yourself.
up at each of them, and I'm gonna be like, we need to work on your guys' form.
I just stand up, roll my
I'm doing a
arms in the
backflip,
air.
so I'm pretty proud.
Ta-da!
I love
I'm
it.
so entertained.
And these people are just looking at you like, please leave. But also you would know that the portal house means you basically have to exit, come back in towards the, I guess, intake, so to speak, because to pay for your portal to wherever you want to go.
Can you expand on that?
So basically,
We
let's
have
say
to
you walk out of the portal house and turn around, or I guess you walk out of the exit part of the portal house. Go say there's an actually other portal, so that would make no sense. Into like this main lobby of like a few chairs and like plants, and actually probably a lot of plants. And there's not real line at this time of day, but there is a giant, and I put it in the campaign 2, the public C2 channel. It's just this kind of large piece of parchment with prices for travel. It's not that bad.
Was this in Kingdom or Inter-Kingdom?
You're going inter-kingdom, technically.
I'm gonna kind of look at this and we're like, 5 gold pieces. I'll look at the group. Anybody knew there was a cost associated with this?
I mean, you all would.
Well, looking at the
I'm
chart, I
talking
think it's
feet.
only 2 gold pieces, because we were watchers.
Would we be watchers?
You are not.
Sure, and I wink at him.
Alright, you're gonna...
I suppose we're
Oh
watchers
my
then.
god.
So I'm gonna leave 2 gold pieces.
well, you have to walk up to the, I guess it's like a booth of some sort
Don't
with
they
someone
have-
working there.
Okay, so I'm gonna
Don't
walk
they
up to
have
the
a
booth.
uniform?
Guess you'll find out.
I'm gonna walk up to the booth and be like, can you describe this individual to me,
They're
please?
basically, I'll say this person's probably a elven female, long braided down her back, blonde hair, kind of lightly tan skin, blue eyes, dressed in like a very simple tunic and pants combo in like original colors, which is like green, blues, and reds.
And what's like their overall demeanor, like based upon their mood and their emotions and that sort of thing?
I'd
Like,
say
what do
they
I
seem
get?
like they're about halfway through their day, and they're like, I want to go home.
Okay. Do they seem irritated, annoyed, or
No, just like I
neutral?
want to do my job and go home.
Very well. So I'm gonna walk up, and I'm gonna just sort of lean a little bit on this. We're like, well, hello, fun day to you. How are you?
Okay, yourself? Destination?
I'm quite well. We just came from. I'm gonna call to the group. Where did we come from again?
We came from.
Emperor and Jill?
Avarangiel.
I mean, that's the kingdom you're in, yes.
No, I think it was about. It was
It was just a camp.
About there.
No, it's just a. It's not
Belter.
non-Belter. It's just a camp. A watcher camp.
Okay, so
we
we
just
didn't-
came from
so we
our
didn't-
Watcher camp.
No, we didn't transfer into your kingdom.
No, not this time. You're
Oh.
going to be.
Okay, so I'm gonna look at this individual and be like, we just came from a watcher camp. I was noticing your prices there, and I noticed you charge about 2 gold pieces for watchers. Is that for a group or individual?
Individual. Can I
So-
see your identification?
I'll just kind of like look around and like check my box. Like, I seem to have left it.
That's interesting, considering it should be
would you mind-
attached to you.
Would you? What? Yes. Would you mind taking my word for that?
I
It's my
cannot.
mistake. And I'm a Pole, and I'm sure. Listen, I'm just trying to deal with whatever this thing is. I don't know if you recognize this, but you said it's 2 gold piece per watcher, yes, and 5 piece for a group.
5 gold for a public group, yes.
Very
Which
well.
there's nothing for a group.
Let me just. Sorry, what did you say regarding groups?
I'm going to say, roll a history check, Corian.
Why am I rolling history?
Because it's a
I don't
historical
understand.
thing.
16.
Good enough. You would thinking as she's saying like it should be attached to you. You're thinking back and realizing that you don't know what the mark is, but what official watchers have some sort of brand or mark on their body.
Okay. Okay, so it's 5 gold pieces for a group, yes?
Yes, five gold for counts.
Hey,
just
I would just take 5 gold and then I'm add an extra 5 on top of that and be like, for your troubles.
Sure, thank you. And she takes the 5 gold, but pushes the 5 gold back at you.
Oh, please, I must insist.
Sure, and she
Go-
puts
go
it
get
in like a
yourself
tip
something
jar.
nice. Thank you. I got us covered.
Oh, how
Gonna
nice
call
of
it to
you.
the group.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Alright, so you guys walk
I'm
back.
now going.
Actually, she also says
Is this where we find out where we go?
and she says, and also, what's your destination? Where are you going?
We want to go. We want to go to Lukuza.
Ah, alright. And she kind of like, I'll say, kind of can't see what she's doing behind like like a small little window, but she turns something and a door to your, let's say to the right of her, so your right, opens and says, portals through there.
Thank you.
Oh, so this is like
on,
a
guys.
portal house. Oh, this is fast. I'm gonna just take them along and like look around. Would I have ever been through a portal
I go
house
through the
before?
portal.
I can't remember how much traveling did we say you'd done, and would you have done any portaling?
I've done a lot.
Alright,
That's all
so
I
yeah,
know.
you've been to a portal house. Like it's just a
Okay, and I do come from
permanent
like the
house-
Carolina School of Magic. So.
yeah. Well, they don't have a permanent.
Is it
portal,
also like
but yeah.
6 seconds?
No, it's
I'm
I'll say Corian and anyone else that may have traveled through portals. So Seraphina, you would know. Lilith, Irene, probably Dome. I think Dome was the only one that wouldn't know. But you would know a portal house is basically think the idea of teleportation circles permanently inscribed, but it's a permanent group portal that you can walk through. But it's like one way, depending on.
And so, as I'm like exiting, right? I'ma just cast. Can I, with minor illusion, I can like make the image of a cat, right?
Yeah, sure. Small little one.
I'ma just cast minor illusion as I exit. And I just kind of want to cast a cat in like the most inconvenient possible place, and I want it to be very annoying.
Okay,
Just
so
I'm doing this out of spite. I'm doing
minor
this
illusion-
entirely out of spite.
Minor illusion is either sight or sounds. I'm assuming it's sight.
Okay, it'll be sight. Yes.
Okay, and yeah, you just see this cat frolicking around. They're just. I think the first time they go to try and pick it up and their hands go through it, they're like, sure. They're too
And that's a
busy.
cantrip. For
Yeah,
me,
yeah,
by
yeah,
the
yeah,
way,
yeah,
so.
yeah.
It'd be like, do I notice this?
Oh yeah, I'd say unless he's trying to hide it, you just see just a little Korean Catholic selling in this little cat appear. And I'd say I think it's a
It's necessary.
investigation
I'm
check
gonna-
to see that it's an illusion, but yeah. If
And
you
then I'm
want
gonna do one other
I wanna-
thing, and then I want to go ahead and do vicious mockery at the same time. Toss him an insult.
Hold on, I need to find my
Meanwhile, I want to
What
try and
is
pet the
wrong
cat.
with you?
It's a wisdom save, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, no, they hear them, you see them hold their head.
Wisdom 14.
Yeah, no, they rolled a 6 plus I don't know what their wisdom would be.
Okay. And I'm going through the portal now.
Uh-huh.
But I want to do it such that like they don't notice that I'm the
Okay,
one
make
doing
a
it,
make
so.
a sleight of hand then to make because I think
I
it's
love that.
it's got some sort of components.
There we go. Finally.
Okay, yeah, they don't notice you do it,
Nice.
but they hold their head and they're like, "I'm not gonna kill a poor shopkeeper." You can roll your d4, a couple d4s if you want, but
No, I just wanted to drop it in, so I didn't want to damage them.
all right. So you guys
Can I
walk.
try again and do a backflip?
Sure. Roll an
the portal.
acrobatics check.
I want to do better,
I am
okay?
so getting out of the way.
I want to do better. I believe in myself.
Go ahead. About the
Slightly
same.
better.
A little better. So we'll say Irene
It's less
backflips
crooked.
through. A little less crooked, but you know, you backflip through, and then guessing everyone else walks.
I'm gonna do like a little Michael Jackson spin and then moonwalk through it.
Sure. There are definitely like workers and possibly other people watching this and going, okay. Particularly like y'all kind of, especially with Doma, you are very obvious as a group. Let's put it that way.
For my insult, I do want it to be like, you smell like a troll's foot.
Alright. So you walk through into this portal where let's look at some so much travel.
Serafina has no idea what she's getting into.
It's you walk through a portal that has like the image of like just some basic stone wall, wood roof buildings. Looks like a fair-sized city, and now you can see in the image just the faintness of blue of what looks like probably the sea, based on where you would know it is on the map. And let's say you come out in in the map. Let's say you come out in the Small Ridge district of Lakusa, and I'll say
Wait, aren't we going to Vree?
No, you're in Vree. You got sent to Vree by Aurelius. You're going to Lucusa because Serafina needed to pick something up, and then you're going to Aberuthi. But so you walk.
Alright.
I'd say words I can't talk. Serafina, you would know that the library in question is in the Midtown district, which is to the. If you're looking out towards the sea, it's to the east of Small Ridge district, and I'd say you can easily enough because you've been here already navigate your way towards this library. I think for my own speaking sake, I'm gonna take a quick break, like we'll say 5-minute break.
Yay.
All right.
that each big soul.
Cheers.
Alright, so I'd say you can easily enough lead them towards this library, Serafina, unless there's something else you guys want to do. Because it's a very... you're
What
wondering...
time is it? I mean, we don't want to go during the night, because I doubt it's open during the night.
Oh yeah, it's time zones. Hold on. Where's my time zone map?
Time zones can be such a problem.
Forgot about that.
Believe me, I know.
Okay. Where did I put that map? Oh. Did I delete that accidentally? Oops. Hold on. Let's find it in my folders. Maps. There it is. Oh yeah, so yeah, you guys did travel.
Yes, you have done.
I guess you did travel to... I think you would have traveled... Oh, hello. Okay, yeah, so you did technically travel you're only 2 hours ahead, so that's, I said, what, 2 o'clock? So it's like 4 o'clock where you are now. So the sun's maybe starting to get a little low, but things are still open, but up to you. If you just want to head towards that library and get going.
I'm down.
Yeah, let's head towards the library. It should still probably be open.
Alright.
As we're kind of sort of walking, I'm gonna just pose to the ground. We're like, remind me where we're going.
We're going to a library. Do I know the name of the library?
Well, you think I would? That's the thing I would set up. It's probably just called something like. Lakusa House of Knowledge. Sure.
There you go.
Delightful! A library! Oh, I wonder what tomes they have there. I could use a few things to read. Do you know if they take, do they lend out books, or does it cost money?
I have no idea, to be honest. I was only there to go get two books.
Oh, well, very well. I'm looking forward to this journey.
Alright, so you wander through the city streets, kind of snaking your way through towards the Midtown district, which is kind of like more of the market district. There's like some taverns and inns and other variety of shops.
I'm gonna just note the inn or the tavern and inn because, drinks and place to sleep for later.
Yeah.
I think there's different places, though. It depends on the price of the inn. There's the Grateful Courtesan and the Dusty Loot Tavern, the Viper and Rose Inn.
Wonderful.
Graceful Courtesan would be on the other side of Small Ridge that you guys came out of. Sorry, I'm just.
There's the Dusty Loot Tavern.
Yeah. I'd say the Dusty Loot Tavern is near the docks. And I'm gonna say probably going towards more the middle. So I think you probably don't actually pass any taverns or inns at the moment, but yeah, Serafina can let you know when you would have received information about it. But you can easily navigate towards this library, and it's a impressive 2-story structure with like it's got like a little balcony hanging off the front, made out of mahogany wood, and like it's got really nice colored, like kind of dusty pink colored stone walls, and just really elegantly carved like pillars that look like they're obviously not load bearing, they're just there for decoration, and there is the sign that says open on it. So you can easily step in, and you will see inside there is a kind of small little lobby where a human woman looks to be in their 40s, early to late 40s. Kind of a little wisp of gray in the hair. A little bit of a bigger, rounder body. Just sitting there, kind of writing in a book, I'd say, of some sort. And as you come in, and like the little bell things, because of course there's a bell, she looks up and goes, how may I help you?
Yes, ma'am. I was sent here from my order to pick up 2 books, I believe.
That's right. I forgot. You were supposed
I
to
do apologize for my
come
tardiness.
back.
Yes,
we've been wondering
I
where
had a
you
little
went.
bit of trouble.
I see.
I'm sorry?
And she just said, "Oh, yeah, we were expecting you back the next day. We had to send out for another to retrieve the books, and they came and left. But I do believe we had sent word that you went missing. Apparently you're not
you
missing
already sent
anymore.
the books.
Yes, so it was matter of an urgency, really, but we did send word that you were missing, so you may want to report in that, well, you're not, apparently.
Yes, I do apologize for that. I had a little trouble with something.
Oh, that's perfectly
But,
fine. I'm just glad to see that you're alright.
Yes, and I came back because I thought the books would still be here, but that's quite alright. Thank you.
No problem.
I appreciate
I'm just glad you're alright. Is there anything else I can help you
Me
folks
too.
with?
Do you guys need anything?
I'm gonna kind of sort of step up. I was like, yes. Could I get access to some of your rarer and more arcane texts, please?
I mean, we have some for perusal within the library, but we don't have any particularly rare arcane texts for purchase.
Okay. But you don't have like a place that say you keep the more antique ones, the rarer tomes, as I stated.
I mean, we have some, yes, as long as you're, I'm assuming, okay to stay in here and take notes. They can't leave the library.
I will happily stay here and take notes.
All right. Follow me. Is there anything else? Anything I can help the rest of you with?
Do we have any comics involving lizards?
Comics. We might have a few of those for sale.
Okay, yeah. I would love that.
She just kind of says, I'll be with you in one moment, sir. Looking at you, Corian. And she kind of goes.
I'm going to follow him with the books on arcane.
Okay. I think she says, if you go through here, any librarian can assist you. And yeah. So I'll say you two can walk into the library, and we'll get to you in a second. Anything else from anyone? Anything else from anyone else?
I'll just slip off down one of the aisles of books and just start rearranging them so that they're all out of order.
Okay, make a stealth check to start with.
Stealth. Terrible. 9.
I'd say as you go to like sneak off down an aisle, the woman just says, "Excuse me, sir. Do you need help?"
Oh no, I'm okay.
All right. Do be careful. And she turns back to Irene and Lilith, I guess. Anything from you guys? Or not Irene, Irene and Lilith, but then looks at Lilith and says, is there anything I can help you with, miss?
No, I'm just here along for the ride, I'm afraid.
All right. And I'd say Irene, she kind of wanders over to, we'll just say a little shelf of, sure, comic books. We'll say
I look back at Lilith and go, do you want to come with us? I was asking Lilith if she wanted to come with us, and what are you doing, Irene?
She's getting a comic book.
Yeah.
She's getting it. Okay.
I just happily Like a bounce and a step, I just walk off the librarian.
So she walks over to a shelf and just pulls out a couple. Say there's comic book names. The Great.
It's just called The Great.
The Great Gonzo, and it's just a picture of like a lizard, kind of looks like Superman.
Oh my god!
There's
Yes.
Like a
I look at the
lizard
grey
king or
gonzo.
just a
I look
lizard?
at the grey gonzo, and immediately I'm like, okay, that one. Yeah, I want it. I
Alright.
want it.
And there's also like Teenage Mutant Lizards.
Oh my god, both.
Alright, we'll see
Definitely.
those.
I need
There's
those.
a couple
I need
other
those.
like lesser known ones. And she said,
No.
that'll be
I made my choice.
10 silver, 5 silver apiece.
Okay,
Okay,
that's definitely worth it.
I'm assuming you hand her a gold.
Yeah.
Alright, so she takes the gold and gives you back 10 silver. So mark a gold off and then mark 10 silver. And just hands you the books. Comic books.
Fuck yeah.
I am writing these titles down.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Sorry, just writing them down. So we'll jump over to
Those people who do not know what Gonzo
we'll
is
start
has not
with
seen Sesame.
Doma, because you're just gonna go rearrange some books, right?
Just general mischief.
Oh,
Actually,
dear.
I'll just say like, your passive perception's pretty good. I'll say you can wait for a time where like you don't see anyone and just start like rearranging books on a shelf. We'll jump over to Corian and Seraphina and possibly Lilith. I don't know if Lilith decided to go with them. And so you find another librarian, a young half-elven man with like, he's got really short hair. So it's kind of like a little messy, bed-tousled type of look. Black hair, wearing a blue tunic with kind of like a constellation kind of design on the tunic, and just simple cloth pants, and just says, "Can I help you with something?"
Sorry, am I getting one of the names wrong? Is one of us named Corian?
Corian is Aerith's character, yes. I have the.
Oh, I thought it was Erisys.
No, I had. I'll update the nickname later. Sorry, my bad.
Corian. Oh,
No, it's backwards from the way everyone else is.
I'll flip it over.
Alright, anyway. So this young half-elven man just says, "Can I help you?"
yeah, you were gonna look for some
you talking
arcane
to
books,
me?
weren't you?
Are you talking to me?
Yes.
Okay, I was gonna let you go first, but I got this.
I think she's just
I'ma
following
just-
you.
I'm gonna just kind of look at and like, yes, please. Do you have any books regarding the dream plane or the spirits of this world?
Spirits. Well, we probably have a few folktale books about adjacent to that.
And do you have a rare one among your collection?
I don't know about rare. Sorry, I'm just looking for whatever in that. Oh, I know. Depends on what kind of spirits you're talking about, I suppose.
Spirits and what else? I'm sorry.
The dream plane.
Well, I don't know about that. Let me think. I don't have information for this. I'll say we don't really have those. We're more in the realm of stories. Sorry.
Sort of like children myths or something like that, or legend.
I'm assuming that like people have dreams in this
Yes.
world, and so when I say the dream plane, like that's kind of like what I'm referring to.
DM behind the curtain. I don't have information to give you notes.
Oh, that's fine. I just want a book.
Sure, I'll say he gets you a book about the dream plane, and I'll get you some sort of information later, I guess, and you can spend some time here. How about that?
Okay, that works.
Feels
Thank
stupid.
you. It's been a delight. I would just take my book and sit down and just engross myself in the text.
Alright, Seraphina, is there anything specific you're looking for?
I was just looking. I don't have it equipped on me, but that's okay. Can I do like maybe an Arcana check to see if there's any of the books that shimmer?
That would be more of a casting detect magic, to be honest.
But I don't have it on me right at the moment.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, it's more of a
That's okay.
detect magic thing. You can get a sense for like arcane stuff, I guess. We're rolling an Arcana check, but that would just be like the general magic in the air.
Out of curiosity, as I'm in this sort of place, like, what's the general sort of atmosphere I get? Is it tense? Is it calm? Is it just a typical library atmosphere?
It's typical quiet library atmosphere.
Okay. Does anybody have like intrigue stand out, or just
Not
anything
here,
that might
no.
catch my eye?
No one that looks particularly important. Yeah, I'd say you get the general sense of magic in the air that is basically ever present anywhere in Atemnity.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh well. That's okay.
Well,
I look at.
Very good.
Sorry, I was gonna say I was gonna look at Corian, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
And be like, well, once you get your books, I guess we can round up the others and find a tavern. Or find an inn, actually, I believe.
As you like kind of turn to talk to Corey, you'll just notice that like you're talking to him and he's like sitting down at a table or something a short distance away, and like he like is reading and he just gives like a nod of his head, almost as if he acknowledged you, but he's not like you're not certain if he fully heard you or not. He's just flipping through this book, happy as a child.
Did you actually buy the book, or are you just looking at the book?
This is one he can't take out of the library.
He'll like also see me like taking notes in my journal, just to
Yeah, basically.
I'll give him some time for that, you know.
Yeah. Okay. So.
Wait.
Oh, go ahead.
Do I see any books that would interest me? I mean, my interest, like, I have very high history.
What kind of things are you interested in?
Not particularly sure, because she's such a new character to me.
Like stories, or you know, Shelley Arendt is big on telling stories, recording stories.
Anything on here about
etc.
Do they have anything about maybe liches?
There you go.
Sure. I'll say you can roll. Are you asking someone for that, or are you just gonna go looking?
I could ask, and I know it's not a word that most people like, but
I think this half-elven gentleman just says, well, there's some you can take notes from, sure. And I'd say he can find you a book about liches that just basically tells about how, like, there are people that wanted to live forever and amassed a great amount of power to, to do so, and they bind their soul to a phylactery that if they're destroyed, they go back to their phylactery and they can reform. If the phylactery's destroyed, typically
I
they're...
don't know what a phylactery is.
It basically describes it as just some sort of item unique to each lich.
Oh.
It's
It's sort of like Craven Edge, which is attached to a sword.
not really. It's
I'm thinking of like Harry Potter and the Horcruxes.
yeah. To
Oh,
not
yes.
really like to use that franchise, but yes.
Okay.
Well, I mean, it gives us an example.
Yeah.
Like, it's using like
yeah.
fire.
It basically houses a portion of their soul, or houses their soul rather in general. So, with what you know about this other lich that apparently branded you all, or the cult that branded you in his name, it seems odd that his phylactery was broken into pieces, and he's still apparently around somehow in some form, or still able to be reconstituted, I guess you could say. Just a thing of
That's
note.
why he's got to break the chains, because the chains are like, I guess, the pieces.
Yeah, the way it was explained to you is the chains are keeping the phylactery pieces apart. Because it was broken, but not necessarily fully magically broken. So like they're physically apart, and then they're magically chained in certain places to keep them from reforming, to keep him from being able to reform from that phylactery. And we'll say, while you guys are doing that, Lilith, did you go with them, or are you... Oh. Or are you, with Irene? If you're back. Mm-hmm.
What happened?
I think she's busy at the moment. So Irene, I assume you're just, like, finding somewhere to sit down and read your comic books?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, for sure. I'm starting with the Great Gonzo.
Alright, I'll let you decide what the story is on that, to be honest.
Oh, I'm gonna hyperfixate on this story.
Alright. So we'll say, Doma, you can cause your shenanigans and rearranging books for a little
I
while.
was muted. Of course you couldn't hear me. I was muted.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I'm here.
Did you go with Corian and Seraphina to the rare books, or are you with Irene while she's reading her comic books?
I think she's going to be with Irene. I think she's about to start looking for her own book at this point.
Alright, what kind of book are you looking for? Are you looking for something for sale, or something to make notes on, or...
Probably something for sale. I'm going to say, are there any self-help books?
Sure.
She needs one on marriage.
Sure, I'll say you can find one of those for
A
like...
chicken soup for the soul book.
Sure, we'll say it's like a... What's an animal in this world? No, chicken. But
Chicken.
we'll say it's, hold on, god
A
damn it.
fowl.
No. I know there's an avian
A
creature
goose.
in this world.
A mongoose.
A mongoose.
We'll say there's a Laptis soup for the soul. Oh, that sounds wrong. I'll explain that later.
I love that. So.
Laptis
We'll
soup
expand
for the
later.
soul.
Dr. Not Phil.
Sure.
As the sort of shenanigans is kind of going on and passing by, I'll kind of sort of, how much time has passed at about this point?
Not much at the moment, but I'm getting there.
Okay.
1 second.
How much for the book, by the way?
I'll say that the clerical column says like 3 silver.
Okay. 3 silver. Oh, I got 1 second. Alright. I'll get rid of 5 gold. Turn that into 50 silver. rid of 3 silver. There we go. Huzzah!
So let's say as you're like reading your book and reading your comic books, and so we'll say you're there for about, we'll say like, because it's kind of late too. We'll say you're there for like an hour before they're coming around to say like they're starting to close up.
Okay, so in those 2 hours, or in that
hour.
1 hour, I would like to have read. Is it possible for me to have read 2 books?
I can say you can skim 2 books, yeah, because they're probably pretty thick books, to be honest.
Okay, so I want to note that I skimmed 2 books. One about the dream world, and when I say like spirits, like I'm like kind of like looking toward like ancestral spirits, folktales, things like that.
Oh, folktales on ancestral spirits, yeah, easily.
Definitely. Then I'll do one of those as well.
I'll get you intro
And then
later.
as I finish up my last book, as I look around, do I see anybody around me? Like, where'd the rest of the party go? Because I was absolutely engrossed, so I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't know if they left me.
I assume Seraphina's probably nearby.
Yeah, I was sitting at the same table reading about liches.
Alright, Doma, where would you be?
So after a few minutes of amusing himself by screwing up all their well-organized Dewey Decimal System stacks, he's gonna stop, and he's actually gonna remember why he came to the material plane in the first place, and he's gonna kind of just surreptitiously like spider climb up the wall like the girl, like someone from The Grudge, or like the girl from The Ring, maybe.
Oh god.
Up onto the ceiling. He's going to cast Detect Magic.
Okay.
And he's going to be looking for, because a library would be the perfect hiding spot because you would never think to look there. He's going to start looking around for anything that might belong to his grandmother.
I'd say when you cast Detect Magic, it's not too big of a library. I'll say you can move around a little bit to get like the edges of the room, but I'll say you get like obviously the general air of magic in the air, but you get like nothing that is. Roll an Arcana check, I think, to go along with it to sense anything that might feel familiar, I guess. Just as a,
Terrible. 9.
That's okay. In general, I'd say you just get like just a few notes of like abjuration and evocation and little bits of each school of magic, but you don't get the sense of any sort of magic that seems familiar to your grandmother. Not in this place.
Okay. Alright. Well, I guess he'll just scurry over to whatever magic, just a random one of those magic signals he thought, just to look at it just because he's bored at this point.
Alright, so let's say you kind of spend the rest of the time just kind of like investigating the, for the 10 minutes that Tech Magic lasts, investigating the sources of the magic. They're just coming from like various tomes, possibly like spell books and stuff, and just trace amounts of magic all over the place. It's just investigating the library as a whole, which is it's a smaller library, like a few stacks worth, but it's big enough to get kind of lost in.
That's how he spends the rest of it.
Alright.
Just looking around, basically.
So we'll say that you can, at the end of that hour when they're starting to come around and get you close up, they guys take your books that you guys were making notes out of to put them away, and you guys can exit where I'm assuming...
There is something I want to do.
Okay.
So I want to approach the person that kind of walked us over to these books, and I'm going to bring the 2 books I had, and be like, so I understand you folks have a policy, is it, about not allowing people to take books?
Just certain books. We have some for sale.
Would you mind if I took these with me? Because I found them absolutely phenomenal, and I'd love to spend more time with them.
Not these books, unfortunately. They're in our rare collection. You can always come back.
Come back.
It doesn't
can we
really
come
cost.
to-
It doesn't cost anything to come and read. Reading should be free.
I understand. I just like to read before I go to bed at night, and I think these would be a great addition to my collection,
Sorry,
if only temporarily.
I can't allow those books out of the library.
Oof.
No,
Okay,
not those particular
thank
books.
you.
I'm sure we have some other books for sale on the Dream Plane, and I know we've got a bunch of storybooks and folktale books.
I'll return at a later date. Thank you.
All right. So say you guys all walk out eventually, probably one by one ish, I'd say. And sorry.
It's fine.
Just I'm assuming finding Irene probably laughing, cackling over a comic book, and Lilith engrossed in her book.
Yeah, I am.
And
Looks like she's sniffling a little.
what would you guys like to do? Because
Oh, honey.
that means it's
Well.
about, I said an hour, 2 hours from that, so it's about 5 o'clock in the evening.
I
I
would like some
suggest that we
drinks
either-
with some food.
Do I know which one would be the not trying to be cheap, but realizing being, which of these taverns or
I think that would
inns
be
are the ones that are fair?
I mean, less expensive, probably the.
There's the Viper and the Rose Inn, Dusty Loot, and the Grateful Coruscant.
I think. Sorry, I'm trying to read my own picture here. I think it's probably the Dusty Loot Tavern's probably the more inexpensive of the taverns and inns. To be honest, the Grateful Courtesan is definitely on the higher end and more higher class clientele typically.
And then the Viper and the Rose.
What is that one? Oh, that one would be in the Docks Ward. So either that or Dusty Loot or the Viper and the Rose are probably around the same. The Dusty Loot Tavern's not really a place to stay per se, but the Viper and Rose
Yeah,
Inn
the
is a place to
Viper. Yeah, it's a place to stay. I suggest that, well, if you guys want to drink or something, the Dusty Loot Tavern, pretty moderate place, but there's also a place to drink and eat and sleep at the Viper and Rose Inn. I believe that's where I was going.
Possibly. I will say
Yeah.
that you would know, because of your affiliation with that particular order, you would have a place to stay in Aberuthi at the Eos Athenium, where the order stays, like without having to cost. But that's up to you. Just to give you all the information.
There's a temple there?
Well,
Is there a temple there?
it's not really a temple. It's a library, but that's what that order's based around, is a library. They're just
Can
aligned
I
with.
talk to someone about maybe having a room?
I mean, you're not in that city.
Or
right?
having room for us? Oh, I'm not in the city. Okay, I'm sorry.
Would that involve, like, another portal?
Yes.
Get there?
Yes.
We can
Do we
all
just
share
wanna
in
get-
that portal cost.
Do we want to get the trip out of the way, or do we just first want to eat, sleep, and everything?
That's up to
I
you guys,
could
I
go
mean-
for a nap.
I mean,
can
I
go
had a
to the
pretty
Viper
great
and the
power
Rose,
nap, so...
I do know that when we do reach Aberuthi, that the order will. I don't. Do I know whether the order will take them in for
I
sanctuary?
mean,
since they're
you
with
can.
me?
You can. I figure you know that they could probably be persuaded to, based
Okay,
on
well,
the
I
situation.
could probably
I'm sorry, what's the
probably sway
situation?
their order Well, my order might actually give us room and bedding for free if we go now. I don't know about the drink and food, but I do know we'll get bedding.
Is drink just not typically available in your order, whatever that may be?
I have no idea.
I mean, there would be like a mess hall and basic food and drinks, nothing fancy, but like they're not gonna starve you.
Yeah, it's kind of like what we got in the watch.
Lilith needs booze.
That's
I
yeah.
would much rather go to an inn.
And
I could
Aberuthy
use
has
a
inns too.
good quality meal with some good quality food and good quality drinks.
Well, we can go to the Viper and Rose Inn, or we can go to the more expensive
can
one, which is the Grateful Courtesan.
Or we
I
can
like the
sleep
Viper
for
and Rose.
free,
I like
maybe.
that name there.
We could also probably eat somewhere and get something to drink, and then basically go to and get free room and board.
That sounds like a plan.
That's a reasonable plan.
Definitely.
Does the tavern give food?
Yeah. The tavern, yes.
So we could go to the Dusty Loot Tavern. We can get some food and drink, and then be on our way over from the portal to Aberuthy.
Alright, because I'm getting flustered. I'm gonna say you guys, so which one are you going to? For the tavern?
The Dusty Loot Tavern
Okay.
for food and drink.
I'll say you guys, as you guys start making way that way, I'm getting a headache, I'm getting flustered. I think we'll call it there, because then I can also get a bunch of information for people for next time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's so short.
Alright.